Abusia manfo bi de nsɛm bi aba betudwa a strong warning ma honorable Kennedy Agyapong Japan says so onim na nneɛma bi a ɛbɛkɔ so MPP party nim after se ato aba wi mana lose no sɛbe ɔde ne ho agyim na oyi sika mpo de boa party na dwuma a ɔmode bedi honorable Ken nankasa this organic free Ghana ɔmokyerɛ mu a the way nkrofo bi esi ahoro no abra nkrofo no ɔmohoro no no ɔmo ankasa nim sɛ MPP party no Ken Agyapong Japan wayɛ nneɛma ahodoɔ de aboa party no ɔyɛ pani nso wɔ party nim sɛbe wɔde n'anim atwitwi fam a de aboa party no nkyerɛ sɛ obi betimi de n'anim so atwitwi fam na party no nti ana ɔde n'anim atwitwi fam that time no na mpanimfoɔ bi a ɔmo wɔ party nim nyinaa yɛ gentle ɔmo de ɔmo akeka ɔmo nsa ahyɛ ɔmo bɔtɔm ɛte hɔ ɛtwɛn sɛ amanfoɔ ɛmmɛka so wei mu na ɛsɛ ɔmo deserve wei na ɛsɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ MPP party no mpanimfoɔ na ɔde n'anim atwitwi fam de ama party na wie na ɔmo akɔkɔto aba no ayi ne si nkyɛn despite ne mmɔdenbɔ ɛne mumu nneɛma a ɔmo ade ayɛ ne nyinaa no wɔsi ne si nkyɛn a afei na masate congratulations oh ayɛ adeɛ oh ayɛ dan oh yɛ nibedi bibi anim oh dabi ɔmo kyerɛ mu a this is the time ɛsɛ Kennedy ɔmo make sure sɛ animonyam na olusu wɔ MPP party no mfie bebrebe no abusua ensɛm a ɔhwɛ video yɛ da me nkyɛn a ensɛm a ɔmo boro so no ɛkyerɛ sɛ so Kennedy nim no ɔbɛgyina n'anim ɛyɛ bibi ɛde boa ɛyɛ bibi de yɛ boa gidigidi a ɔmo ɛnte aseɛ ɔmo bɛkɔ Kennedy so akɔyɛ ne nyado abusua yɛnkɔ ne nkotie ensɛm a abrantie yi ɛne nkrɔfo ahodoɔ ɛka ɛde fa ɛyɛ Kennedy ɛnsɛnsɛm yɛnkɔ mrɛ ba yaka bia yɛbɛto aboso pepe
yo Ghana for cheche obi ene ewie meni abre pa me send strong warning akoma honorable Kennedy Agyapong honorable hwe ye mu bi na ye tawe chi no ye mu bi na ye betimi de yenkwa atowo amawo no honorable me nka asem nkyerɛ wo na wo ye MP ewo asen isi honorable isi a woto no MP no undi bi MP no nyade a ubedi bi because what try MP ejuma hwe embon hu musuo da honorable embon hu musuo da na eyi one person enfan support MPP campaign 2024 be biada honorable hwe embon hu musuo da enye wadwen se ubetu car akọ baby akọye campaign ama MPP da honorable o try so obe support MPP a nananom abosoma nkum yeni abre yemu a ye support Ken no yeni abre yemu a yenim wani suade hunu yenim de ubetimi aye o man Ghana mu no yenim omo a akoma pa ekita wa opese ode bo oman na ekufu ado ne Bawumia dwum bone ne sike di omadi wo Ghana nti no omo mpese oba be o mampani na empo delegate amu ekwam demo na se ba honorable empo hu musio odiwe honorable otwe hu fi politics ma unlusu bibia otwe hu fi MPP mu ana say in general politics ankasa otwe hu fi ma honorable unlusu bibia o ye de ye ka kire wo hwe ne wa mbo hu musio enyi one person a support MPP o bibia mu tana say we wo na the party no ntimi fi ma enfa enka hu nkom bibia ho tana say na se Bawumia lusu 2024 na 2026 ye de obeba honorable me say enyi one person enfan support MPP campaign 2024 ewo bibiem engina platform bia so empo usundaye na se wo ye campaign ama MPP abopitiri ne nyane ye ni abere
contest of Nanado from 2008 will see Bawumia as part of him.
Yes.
So what Bawumia has done is nothing new. If there is anybody to fear in the political space, it is simply Kennedy Agyapong. And I will tell you one thing.
Tell me.
Kennedy may lose, but he will plan 2028.
He will be 67 then.
Forget about age. Biden is president in U.S. Age is just a number.
But it will probably depend on the outcome of the election.
I'm telling you today, Bawumia will win and lose the general election. And
that's your opinion.
It's going to happen.
Well, that's your
Put down
opinion.
today's date.
Yeah.
Today
is 4th November.
Yeah, I chance on it. We have 309 days to general election. 309 days. Bawumia will win this internal contest, lose the general election. When he loses, the MPP will begin to think properly. And they begin to find fault. The establishment will collapse. I'm telling you today, anybody who followed MPP politics, anytime MPP goes into position, the establishment collapses. Go back to 2007. I was in Legon when Polafoko was slapped. I was there, right there, because then I was in MPP. I saw with my eyes, not somebody telling me. At that time, Alan was a dinosaur in the MPP. Alan was untouchable. You could see all the forces, like today, the forces, Marshall against Kennedy and in for Bawumia. That forces was for Alan Chamantin in 2007.
I was there, I saw it too.
Fantastic. So that was the time Alan was Alan. You could hear the song. Obi Aranti se wu, Obi Aranti se wu, Alan Chamantia na yepe. That was the time. And Nana was lucky because people said that, oh, let's reward Nanado. Other than that, Alan could have, if they had gone for runoff in 07, Alan would have won. I'm telling you today, if they had gone for runoff in 2007, Alan would have won. I'd say, okay, you are older than me. Go and let me follow. And look at what they did to him. So, if the NPP loses 2024, that establishment that collapsed in 2007 against Alan will collapse against Bawumia. And that is when Kennedy may have an opportunity. And I'm telling you today, Kennedy will lose. He will not give up. Because he will come again 2027. And at that time, NPP will be organic.
When according to you,
according to me,
would have lost the election in 2024.
Yes,
according to you.
Yes, he will lose 2024. And when he loses, you will not have the advantage of MCEs, DCEs, no CEOs, no ambassadors. So that establishment will collapse against you. And at that time, the party will begin to search for the organic leader. The leader who has been with them 20, 30 years down the lane. And at that time, the rules will not work for Bawumia. Because let me tell you today, some of the DCs, ministers, CEOs, appointees of Mahama today, he can't find them around him. After he lost power, Mahama can't find some of them. It's natural. Some of them will go into oblivion. They will hide the money they make. They will hide the contact they make. They will not put it into the political space. So after 2024, some of the ministers you see today, the DCs, the ambassadors, they will go into oblivion. So the party will revert to the organic status of the MPP. That is where Kennedy will be relevant. And let me tell you, Kennedy is going to kick out some of the sitting MPs who kick against him.
Well, he said that.
It's going to happen.
He said that.
Kennedy is going to sit down, mobilize money, and he's going to look at the constituency he won against the MPs who stood against him and kick them out. And
I'm looking at the results and some of these constituencies that you're mentioning. You know the one that first crossed my mind? The one at Kwesi-Minti.
Okay.
The MP there was Vosivros. I've forgotten his name. I think he's a deputy minister as well.
Right.
Vosivros against Honorable Ken.
Go to Bantama.
He couldn't get the numbers there.
Go to Bantama. And you could see the number. There is an MP, sector minister, yes, Asenso, who stood against Ken publicly. Ken gets 402, Bawumia gets 422. The implication is that already Bantama, there's a rift. The immediate past MP who died, what is the name? Ochima Bwaje, has a faction.
Yeah.
And that faction is against Asenso.
Yeah.
Kennedy gets in and gets 402, you get 422.
He's coming for you.
He's coming against you. So, the avalanche of the MPs who stood against Ken, he's going to map them and kick them out of parliament.
He has said that publicly.
Now, you go into an election with Ken controlling some of the MPs. So after 2024, Ken will come back stronger. So me, the NDC, we must set up again 2028. For 2024, I will tell you today, the MPP has elected a loose cannon candidate. And look, Mahama got 98% from the NDC.
Yeah.
He got 98%.
Yes.
If you look at the percentage Bawumia is going to get, it's not be close to 70%.
Well, the figures suggest so.
He won't get 70%. Ken is pulling. Look,
I've got a few more results coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ken will pull, and Bawumia can make 70%. if Bawumia is unable to make 70%, the implication is that 30% of your people don't like you. Relative to Mahama, who got 98%, meaning that only 2% don't like Mahama. So unlike NDC, who gave Mahama endorsing victory of 98%, Bawumia, you are getting 70%. The implication is that at your own backyard, people don't like you.
Yeah.
And it's a huge number, 30%.
And the NDC will take advantage of that.
We are going to take advantage.
I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to you, but I'm getting some results, some new results. This one is coming from Techimine South. Techimine South. 1,390 people voted in Techimine South. Kennedy Agyapong 231. Dr. Bawumia 1,073. That's Martin Eje's Mentor's constituency there. Dr. Akoto 6. Adainimo 3. Total votes cast 1,317. In Ejumako